Hello, my lovelies. How are you? First of all, can you hear me? If you can, let me know, because you nearly didn't get me. It all did a forced update on me like that. And I was just like, no, not now. Do it later. But it made me update it. So I'm hoping that this is working. I was like, come on, get on with it. I'm trying to go live. But it did work. So if you are there and you can hear me, please just say hello in the comments if you can hear. Cool. Hi, Leslie. Hello, my lovely. Right, so 12 Days of Christmas is over. Thank you so much for every one of you who ordered from us, who joined in, all the rest of it. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you also all of you who ordered from Sewing Street on Sunday and on our own website as well. We are a little crazy in the shop today. A little crazy. There are packages coming out of our ear rolls left, right, and centre. We've got a nice, easy little block today, which is a little variation on an old block. So we're going to do that in a moment, but we're going to start by doing the Advent raffle. And we've got 4 days to do because we've got Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and todays. Okay, so let's say hello to some people. Hi, Liz. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Marion. Hi, Anne. Hi, Jenny. Oh, Anne, you haven't got time to watch me. Get packing them orders, missus. You can have it on your phone, I suppose. Right, my lovelies. We're going to whip over to the overhead, and we're going to start with. Let me just move all this out of the way. We're going to start with the Advent. So we have got 4 days to do. So that's Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and todays. Okay. So we are going to start with Saturdays. Okay, the 13th. So let's get on my let's get the old drum roll going. So I gave it all a good shake up while I was waiting for the update to do. So I'm gonna do my there we go, drum roll, and we're going to go with that one. This is a little squished up one. Okay, so this is an orange one, and it is number 433 on the orange. And that is Carolyn Davis. Carolyn, this is coming to you. So number 13, let's have a look what you've got in here. You've got the Isolation Quilt books, number 1 and 2. There we go. So that's coming to you, Carolyn. So that's going in there. Okay. Right. Now, this is the Sundays, number 14. Okay. So we need another drum roll, don't we? Okay. I'm going to go down. Oh, let's go that way. Okay, so it's I ripped it. Green 286, and that is Amanda Alpine. I'm not sure how you pronounce your surname, lovely, but you're getting number 14, which is, what have you won? You've won, where is it? It's in there somewhere. You've won a £5 voucher. Okay, so that one's coming to you, lovely. So you're going in there. Okay, and then we've got number 15. So congratulations to all these lovely people if you're the winners. All right, let's go with the bongos again. Give it a good mix. Okay, and I'm going to go that one there. Okay, we've got another orange one. And this is number 495. And that is going to Sarah Baldwin. Sarah, you've won number 15. So there we go. What have you won? There we go. You've won 3 balls of yarn. Okay, so we'll get that out to you as well. Congratulations. Okay, and then the last one for today. It's always a bit crazy on a Tuesday when we've had the weekend. Right, last lot of bongos. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go down this side this time. Right. Oh, hang on, I've got 2. Squish them out. There we go. Oh, we've got a yellow one this time. This is yellow number 493. And this is Kaz Jones. There we go. Kaz Jones, this is coming to you. And you've got number 16. And that is, another £5 voucher. There we go. Cool. Oh, that means there's still a £50 voucher in there somewhere. Remember, you've still got, what have we got? We're on number 16, and you've got right up to the 24th. So there's still lots of chances to win. 9 chances to win. Oh, my goodness. That means it's only 9 days till Christmas Eve. Right. We will get all those out for you. So pop those back in there. And we're going to crack on with the block today. Right. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do this block here. Okay. So this is a variation of a Jacob's ladder. And this is all about color placement. Okay. It's brilliant for using up scraps of fabric. It's brilliant for using up fat quarters. If you've got loads of fat quarters there that you don't really know what to do with, because each quarter, okay, you need very little fabric. So you're going to keep your background fabric all the same. I think it looks good if you, because the background fabric is what's making the pattern this time, and your colored fabrics are behind. Okay, right, let me just go to the comments so I can see you. Hi Heather, hi Claire, hello my lovelies. My coughing starting. Okay, so it's the background fabric that's making it this time. Okay, and normally with a Jacob's ladder, it would be that the colored ones are like running through. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to make a quarter block today, and you can just make up lots of quarter blocks. All right, and make a quilt. It works brilliant if you've got fat quarters. Okay, like I was saying, because you can easily get about 6 to 8 quarter blocks out of a fat quarter. Okay. Heather, you saw Dennis Powers underwater on the news yesterday. Hope you're okay with all that flooding. Oh, I've not seen any flooding by us, lovely. No idea. I mean, we had quite heavy rainfall yesterday, but yeah, I don't know which bits were flooded because we're quite low over here, and yeah, not flooded, but I'll investigate. I didn't know that we'd flooded. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through what you need for a quarter block, and then you would make as many quarter blocks as you like, okay, and then make up a quilt or cushion front or whatever. Oh, my stupid chest. The nice thing I think about this as well is it does work if it's really scrappy. If you've got lots of scrappy bits left, so for a quarter block, you're going to need 1 5-inch square and 4 2.5-inch squares. So that's a very small amount of fabric you could cut out of your scraps. Okay, so you could get lots and lots out of your scraps, and each one of the background colors could be completely different, and then just keep all of your background fabric the same, and it'll look really nice and cohesive. So it's incredibly simple. Okay, this is 2 methods that you've done loads and loads of times. We're going to do half square triangles, okay, and we're going to do 4 patches. So super simple. It's about how you put it together. All right, so we're going to start with a background 5-inch square and a colored 5-inch square like this. And as we do always with half square triangles, we're going to go across the background like that, draw my diagonal line, and then we're going to stitch a scant 1/4 inch either side. And what I mean by that is instead of running the edge of the foot, like if I'm stitching this side, come up here a minute, if I'm stitching on this side, and normally you'd want to put your edge of your foot right away along there, just put the edge of the foot just the other side of the line so that it brings that line in a little bit. We're going to do that on both sides. Okay. Was Derek Brockway telling porkies? I don't know, lovely. I mean, it might have been. We did have a lot of rain yesterday. We did have a lot of rain, and we do occasionally get flooding, but I've not seen anything on the locals, like local Facebook pages or anything like that, saying, "Oh no, we're flooding" or anything. I'll check later. And let you know. But it certainly hasn't affected me, hasn't affected Sarah, and it hasn't affected the shop. So nowhere near us. Might be the other side of Dennis, maybe. Okay, there we go. So scant 1/4 inch, like that. And back over we go. So over to, let's go to the close-up. And then cut up that diagonal line like that. And then we're going to press this out and square these up. Okay. You know that I love a scrappy quilt. I quite like the, all those different colours and everything. And I think with using the same background fabric throughout kind of brings it all together. The nice thing about this as well is we've all got those little fat quarter bundles. And we don't break into them because we don't know what we're going to do with them and everything. But it's this would look beautiful, I think, because it showcases this quite nicely. It showcases the main fabric. Hi, Eileen. How are you, lovely? You still got snow on the ground in West Virginia. Oh, we never get snow in Dennis. We never get snow. It's its own little microclimate here. Okay. Right. I'm just squaring this up to 4.5. Okay. So as ever, diagonal line down the seam. I'm making sure my 4.5 and 4.5 is within the fabric. And then trim up and across. Get rid of that little bit there. And then we're going to do exactly the same this side. Now do exactly 4.5 by 4.5. So you've got a nice little 4.5 inch half square triangle. Okay. Exactly the same on the other one. So 4.5. See, we rarely get snow here. And the one time we did have really good snow, like proper snow in Dennis, I was doing a show with my husband up in London, and we had to shut the shop. Sarah was looking after the shop, and we had to shut the shop. And she got a lovely snow day and got to play in the snow. And I was stuck in London at a show, which was dead because they had snow as well, but it was horrible, like wet, nasty snow. So you've got 2 half square triangles from that. Nice and easy so far. Okay. Then we're going to make 2 4 patches. Okay. So I'm going to pop 2 opposites and 2 opposites like that, and then do it again the same way. I'm going to chain piece all of these, iron them, and then bring them back together. So again, as always, I don't do long, well, I try not to do long, complicated blocks. So this is super quick and easy. There we go, that's one. And then how are you all getting on with your Christmas makes? I actually finished quilting my Ring Roses quilt along. You know, the free quilt along we did. I finished quilting it, I banged it, and then I washed it. It's hanging over the banister at the moment to dry because I don't tumble dry them. I tend to just wash them and then leave them to dry. And I'm really pleased with it. I did some fancy quilting on it, which I hadn't done before. And yeah, I've actually finished a quilt for me in time for Christmas. It's a miracle, frankly. Hiya, you live in the lives at this time of day. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome, lovely. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining us. Right. Okay, going to take these back over to be ironed. You've got your borders on your Ring of Roses. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Oh, I'm how's everyone doing? Has anyone else got on with it? I'm going to iron them all towards the coloured fabric away from the background. Okay. There we go. I had a very productive day yesterday. Very, very productive day. I had to have a new laptop because my laptop finally went bang. So I set up all of the new systems on my laptop because we have to have like special systems for Sewing Street and our printer and all that type of thing. So I got all that set up. And then what you can see now, what I'm doing is they're all that way. And because I've ironed them all to that, turn them round, and then we're going to put these right sides together and sew them. Okay, so that middle nests nicely like that. Okay, I'm going to pop those together now. I finished my Argyle quilt ready for the challenge. I finished the binding on my Ring of Roses quilt as well. Got that done. I prepped for today. I prepped for tomorrow. I mean, yeah, fabulous. What's it, Eileen? Do you find it easier than sewing strips and then cutting? I tend to do a bit of both, to be honest, Eileen. If I've got a lot of fabric to play with, I do the strips and then cut them down. We've done that a few times in blocks. If I've got little tiny bits of fabric, which I had with this, that I want to use up, I tend to do this method and just cut the squares. But yeah, I definitely do the strip method a lot if I'm cutting it from yardage. But this was going to be scrappy. So I was using up like the odd sort of shaped pieces that I had. And it was easier to cut them like this. But if you want to go with the strip method, that works absolutely brilliantly for things like 4 patches. You could, if you can get long strips out of your pieces, but I couldn't get it out of this little bit of fabric. I was wiggling my ruler around. So as always with a 4 patch, we are going to take out those couple of little stitches just there. anything above that line of stitching in the seam allowance. And again, just here. What's that, Joyce? You've not touched it, and hopefully you can do some this weekend. Ah, lovely, lovely. Oh, well, I hope you get some sewing time soon, lovely. That'd be nice. Eileen, you've got to run for time. You've got a 1.5 hour drive to see the herpes oncologist for next treatment. Oh, well, big crafty hugs being sent your way, lovely. I hope everything goes okay with your husband's treatment. We're sending you lots of love from over the pond. There we go. And again, I'm just picking out those 2 little stitches there. They come out nice and easily. Okay. And then we're going to open this out like that so that they pop out, and your seams are all spinning in one direction, and you've got that teeny tiny little 4 patch on the back, and it's all nice and bulk free there in the center. It also makes your point really, really good doing it that way. So there's one 4 patch and then the other. So this really is like a beginner's block and a scrap buster as well. But it's all about the color placement, okay, to make the background fabric make that sort of pop. So hopefully we'll just double check, but these should now measure, if my stitching's correct, 4.5 by 4.5, which they do. I like that. Oh, my stitching was nice and accurate. There we go. Okay, so traditionally with like a Jacob's ladder, you would or a butterfly block, sometimes you'd put these with these in the center, and then these go through like that, okay, and you get these sort of chains of color happening, okay, or I think Jacob's ladder is actually that way round, okay, so you've got your half square, that's it, that's a Jacob's ladder that way, and then you have these sort of chains of little squares, okay, so you could absolutely do that with this block. This is just a fabric placement, basically. You could have them in the center like that. So you've got that sort of like butterfly look. But how we're going to do it is we're going to put these in the center like that. Okay. And we're going to put so we're making the background fabric the sort of star of the show. That's the thing that really pops then. Okay. So you've got this lovely line going through, and then those are touching. So basically in the center, it should all be background fabric. We're now going to put this together. So there to there, like that. And there to there, like that. Okay. And then we're going to stitch down and make the 4 patch of the quarter. Okay. So what have you all been up to? Have you been Christmas stitching? What have you been doing? Anybody been up to anything fun? So there's that one. Ah, now I can't remember which way I picked that one up. Hang on 2 seconds. I've just got to double check which way I picked it up. See, this is why I should use pins, because then I'd know which edge I was stitching. Right, hang on. Just off camera, just make sure I'm putting that there. That one goes like that. That one goes like that. There we go. I'm stitching that edge. I picked it up wrong. So we had a really good time on Sewing Street this well, we always have a good time, but really sold well this time. It was a bit crazy. Andrea, no sewing for you till later. The sun is shining brightly after the storm and miserable weather on your time off in the Lake District. Oh yeah, absolutely. Make the most of it, lovely. Get out in that sunshine. Wish it was sunshiny here. It's just dull and overcast. Right, I'm just going to iron them both towards the larger HST because you've got less seams down here. So iron them both that way. Press there, and then we're going to pop that like that, and then we're going to stitch this together. So flip over again, make sure that that's all nice and nested in the center. That's the only bit you need to nest, nothing else goes. Okay, so like that. So I'm going to pop a pin in, and then we're going to stitch along there. For those of you who watched Sewing Street, a lot of people were asking about the middle size. So the pattern we did for the travelling light bag went the kits all sold out. The patterns went absolutely crazy, but a lot of people were asking, sent emails about like a medium size one. I put the dimensions onto our Facebook page. Again, I've reposted them for a medium size one if you want to make the medium size. Oh, why is that's gonna play up? That's not gonna pull out. Come on. What's that? That fabric used in the 11 show demo. Have you got any in the shop? If we've got any left, it'll be on our website. I think it's called Euphoria, Gradients Euphoria. I don't know if we've got any left, to be honest. I was using scraps out of my stash. Literally, I have my scrap bucket just for the sake of demo. There we go, got it. And then I've just done the little 4 patch trick again for there because it's 4 squares. But yeah, if you have a little look at our website, it's Gradients Euphoria. If we've got any left, it's one of that range. But I don't know, to be honest, Jen. You're such a help. Oh, bless you. Thank you. We do try. We try to be helpful. Right. That is the block finished. So it's a really simple little block. Like I said, it's all just about your colour placement. Okay. So if I come back over to the overhead and bring the completed one back, you can see that this just, you turn them. So you can see that's that one there. Okay. And then you just turn them each time. Now you could do them all with the same background, the same background fabric and the same coloured fabric if you wanted to, okay, and do like 4 blocks the same. But if you're being super scrappy, which I like a scrappy block, you can absolutely just do each of them in a different colour if you're using up teeny tiny little bits, okay. And the thing I like about this is you get this lovely, by using different bits, you get this really lovely sort of square in the center. And then you've got that kind of sparkly, shimmery star happening here, okay? And when you put blocks, then the secondary pattern, so when I put my next one together, it'll be like that here, you'll end up with a really pretty diamond here as well. It's your secondary pattern, okay? Can you see you've got, when another one's here, you get this diamond again with that piece there. Okay, so you've got another star happening. It works really well with the secondary patterns. Okay, it's very, very simple block to do. It's a great one for just sort of a bit of mindless sewing. Okay, using up lots of scraps, or if you've got a fat quarter bundle, you could easily get a massive quilt if you want it, because you'll get probably 6 to 8 of these quarters out of one fat quarter. Okay, so you could maybe pick 5 or 6 of your favorite fat quarters out of a bundle, or if you've got fat quarters there you think, oh, that doesn't go with anything, then make it scrappy. Okay, and do a really super simple block that makes it look like you spent loads and loads of time, because the secondary patterns are great with that. Right, that's it for today. A relatively little quick one, but mainly because we've got a really long one tomorrow night. Sorry. Oh, such a mess. I've got threads everywhere, packing tape everywhere. Never mind. Thanks for joining me today. I will be back tomorrow, and then Sarah will be back on Thursday. Yeah, have a good day. I'm going to go and check out about the flooding, see if anything is actually flooded. The shop hasn't and my house hasn't, but I don't know what else. You're very welcome, Joyce. Thank you, Susie. Lovely, lovely. And we better get packing more parcels. So hopefully you'll get all your Sewing Street parcels before Christmas then. So take care, my lovelies. Bye.